Hey guys, it's Mrs. Ciccone here, and this week's topic, we're talking about how life bounces back after a disturbance. So let's open up that topic by talking about what does it mean to be resilient. You might have heard of that word before. If someone has had a really hard life occurrence happen to them, maybe they were in an accident or maybe they were injured. And somebody might have said, ooh, they were very resilient. That means that they bounced back and they were able to get back to some sort of normal. You may have heard with our economy, with the COVID-19 pandemic, there's concerns about how resilient is our economy? Is our economy able to bounce back? Is our society able to get back to where we were 6 months ago? Or even a few months ago. So we're going to talk about something a little bit more specific. We're going to talk about how ecosystems, so that's the living and non-living components in a certain area, how are they resilient? What does it mean to be resilient within an ecosystem? When we talk about ecological resilience, we're really talking about the ability of an ecosystem to return to normal and recover quickly after being disturbed. Can you think of one way humans have disturbed an ecosystem? So I like this representation because I feel like it's really easy to understand and to grasp. Think about the bowl represents an ecosystem. So you go out into your backyard, there's like a miniature ecosystem, right? You go into a forest, that's an ecosystem. You have trees and you have animals, you have plants, you have the abiotic components like the soil and the water, the temperature. So you have a set of variables within that ecosystem, okay, that allows life to survive. These marbles represent the changing conditions. So depending on maybe what season you're in, the temperature might be a little bit different. The weather might be a little bit different. The precipitation or amount of water availability might be different. So these variables, these shift back and forth. These variables could also include disturbances. Things like fire, flood, farming, construction, pollution, or even, depending where you're at, volcano. Nutrient availability. So if you don't have the proper nutrients in the soil, that's going to limit the types of plants that you can have in that area. So what happens with these marbles, and if you have a bowl, maybe you want to try this at home, but when you take your bowl and you're shifting it back and forth, those marbles are going to shift back and forth. And depending how quickly you're shifting that bowl, those marbles hopefully are going to stay within that bowl, right? However, sometimes those marbles are not able to stay in that bowl, okay? The variables are changing so much that it's not able to recover and get back into that normal set of variables for that bowl, and it's actually going to change bowls. So when this happens, a new normal is formed, and the marbles go into a different bowl, and the ecosystem, the fundamentals of that ecosystem change. The living things there are not going to be the same living things as in the previous ecosystem. There's going to be some drastic changes. So that's all for this video. Be sure to check out the next one on different types of succession.